preempted it. If you ever want to convince somebody who doesn't want to have kids, bring them to a children's talent show. It's adorable. Tony, I don't know if I can tell this to people, but Tony loves to involve everyone. And this whole week she's been trying to get me involved in the activities. And in fact, she asked me to be on the Pearson selection committee. And I agreed to do it if only I could select myself to come to Pearson, but I don't think that would happen. So my name is Lwam. It's an Eritrean name. I looked it up on, I wanted to get in touch with my roots. So I looked up the meaning of my name on urbandictionary.com. And it's an acronym actually for loser with a microphone. Also means the hair in a man's armpits. Seriously. But actually, anyway, so my parents are refugees from Eritrea. And I know you all heard of Eritrea because you all go to Pearson College. And Eritrea is a very difficult situation right now. And when I tell people my parents are refugees from Eritrea, they're like, whoa, that's amazing. They're refugees. They must have been through a lot. And I'm like, yeah, they have, but I'm a refugee from Alberta. So I've been through at least as much. Growing up in Alberta, my whole life, I don't know if anyone here can relate to this, but yes, we went to the same high school, Heather and I, Victoria Composite. And let me tell you a story about Victoria Composite. It will help you understand what it's like. It's an art school, and I was the only black person in my class at Victoria High School. And one day, a lovely student, black female student, came to my school, and immediately all of my white friends, they were like, Lwam. Lwam, there's a black girl in our school, you should date her. And it was then that I realized that I was, to my white friends, an endangered species. They wanted me to mate and to preserve the black population in Alberta. Going to that school kind of messed me up because to this day, whenever another black person walks into the room, I get the uneasy feeling that they have come to replace me. Just trying to get over it. But anyway, Pearson is a lovely place. I wish I went here. And when I first came here, I decided to pretend that I was George. But I'm too short. So I came here with Mary, and it was lovely to meet Mary. I was single for most of my life, and because my dad was very strict growing up, and he told me when I was 16 years old, he said, Lwam, you cannot have a girlfriend until you finish university. He said, you cannot have a girlfriend until you finish university. And I respect my father. So until I finished university, I just buckled down and I studied hard, and I only dated men. Because I respect my father. So Mary and I have a story. I introduced Mary to my parents a year ago, and it didn't go extremely well. I was sitting at the kitchen table with my father, myself, and Mary, and my father at one point, he says to me, Lwam. And he says this in his language, because he doesn't want, anyway, he says it in his language because he doesn't want Mary to hear. He says, Lwam, you're colonized, and you're a slave. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I saw how you served her food, you're colonized and you're a slave. I was like, Dad, I am so mad at you right now. That is terrible. That is sexist. It's terrible. But you're brilliant because now I can use colonialism as an excuse to not do chores. Mary will ask me to do the dishes. I'll be like, nope, that's colonialism. But baby, I love you. That's neo-colonialism. I don't do that. What else can I talk about? I was single for most of my life, and I actually was dating imaginary women for a period of time. The thing about imaginary women is they get really jealous around real women. You know, they're always like, Mom, and I'm like, baby, you have nothing to worry about, okay? Real women can't compare to you. You can fly. Okay? I think that joke needs to be retired. What else can I tell? So yes, I am Eritrea's greatest hockey player. Eritrea is not a country known for hockey teams and hockey players. And it's probably because of our last names are very long and hard for sportscasters to pronounce. Right. Imagine what it would be like if the whole hockey team was Eritreans. What would the poor sportscaster have to do? And give it to Mariam as the puck passes it up to Urbai to Willis Lasse. Willis Lasse testament as Mariam testament to Wilda Makil. Wilda to hide his Lasse, to make us to hide Mariam, to hide his Lasse, to test my Lasse, give it to give it Wilda Mariam, to give it to Lwam, to buy Lwam, and it's Gucci.